Hi all, good morning. Hope you are doing well. Yesterday we have learned very interesting things in with the help of Flexbox we have designed few important things. So today we are going to understand a few more interesting things in the Flexbox so that we can conclude the Flexbox and we can move to the next topic. So I just opened that file. Okay, I have created a new file here. Nothing is there so we can design from the scratch and we can understand. Okay, here of course I'm just creating a dummy HTML file. Here today also we are discussing about the Flexbox in the second session. Here, okay, I will add again from the beginning. So if you want to deal with the Flexbox, you need a container and the children. Okay, here I'm adding few children. So just give a class name. For now, I'm just giving a child, and now you can give some numbering so that it's easy to recognize. Okay, today I'm just adding, we can start with the four boxes and then we can add few more. The other is I'm just giving, because we have only one thing, so that you can go with the ID, like the main container, like header container. Okay, header container. Okay, fine. So here we need to add styles for that. Okay, this is, we are dealing with the ID, so should go with the hash and ID, and you can apply some styles. And this is a child, we are dealing with the class selector, that's why you should use a dot. Okay, fine. Right now nothing is there in the file, so it's completely empty. We are able to see that 1 2 3 4, and we can apply some styles to the children so that it will be beautiful. So I'm adding like border, so same as yesterday, solid, okay, green, and background color I'm adding light green again. And okay, let's see so how it is reflecting. You can see the side by side. So we have applied some border, okay, and we have applied the background color. And now I want to move the content to the center, and we need to apply some padding and margin. Okay, that thing I'm doing. So here, if you go with the text align center, it will center the text, and we need to add some padding. I'm just giving 10 pixels. Okay, padding means the space between the content and the border. Okay, okay, content and the border. And if you give a margin, it will give some extra space after that border. So I'm just giving again 10 pixels so that it will looks beautiful. Okay, we got some space. The same time, so if you see, for parent also, if you provide some border, you will able to see the exact thing. So for the parent, I'm adding border. So this is 1 pixel, solid, black only. So okay, it's looking like this. So yesterday also we did the same thing, and later on we play with the CSS. Now if you see, yesterday we have learned few things, and I will revise those things, and then we can enter into the few more important things in the Flexbox. Okay, every day please be available by 6 o'clock. Okay, okay, fine. 1 pixel solid black. Okay, it's working. And if you just go to the Flexbox, 1 2 3 4, fine. So only thing is, right now you didn't provide any width for this block, and so that it is just occupying the whole width of the screen. So even suppose if you want to apply some width, you can apply. So width I'm giving, suppose 300 pixel. Okay, width I'm giving 300 pixel, so that okay, this is 300 pixel. So if you observe carefully, you can arrange these four things in a same row. Even if it is 300 pixel, hopefully it will be, it is possible. So but naturally it doesn't allow in the same line, because the divs are block level elements, so that it doesn't allow other elements to place in the same row. So for that what we need to do here, display, if you just do display flex, this is with one simple property, it will arrange in the same row. Okay, still if you see, observe carefully, we have provided 300 pixel, 300 pixel, 300 pixel, 300 pixel. I think still we have some extra space. So what I'm doing here, I'm trying to give a 400. Okay, so if you give some extra space, okay, now it is properly fit. So here interesting thing is, even if we give the 500 pixel, 600 pixel of width, what will happen? Whether it will break, or whether it doesn't break, because right now it is 400, everyone is 400. Suppose if we give a 500 for everyone, we don't have a space, right? We don't have a space. 500 into 4, like 2000 pixel, we don't have a screen of 2000 pixel. How it will handle? So if you see, even though if you give a 500 pixel or a 600 pixel for each one, it doesn't bother, and it will give um, it will give equal importance to all the divs, and it will arrange based on available width only. So if you give a 300 pixel, now if you see, if you reduce the width, yes, it will take your width. Suppose width is 200 pixel, 200 pixel, yes, it's fine. But if you give a more width than available width, it doesn't break the UI. That is the most important thing. So even if you give a 500 pixel, suppose in the designing, the browser understand that okay, we got only a 600 pixel, we can give a maximum width of 400 pixel to each and every box. Still you're expecting 500 pixel. In this situation, it doesn't allow, it doesn't break the UI. This is a fantastic one. So this is what we already understood. And now if you see, if you arrange that in a different direction, flex direction, already by default it is row. If you go to the row reverse, okay, this is what already we have discussed yesterday. It will come in the reverse order, 4 3 2 1. So it will arrange in the things in this order. And again, when you go with the column, then what will happen? It will display the column wise. Even if you see column reverse, you know already what will happen. So by default it will be row. Fine, I'm not going to change anything now. Okay, now if you see, If I put in a smaller screen, what will happen? So we have four things are there. Inspect element. Okay. If you open that thing in a mobile, okay, four items are displaying. If you see, four items are displaying Samsung because according to the screen width, okay, if you just do with the Flexbox, it is properly designing. It is not breaking the UI. It is not overlapping or it is not crossing the width of the screen. But in some situations, we need exact width because for this I need exact width. So at the time, uh, if you want, because you should allow this flexbox item to come into the second row. Suppose if you are using the 50% of the screen width as a iPad or something, at the time instead of shrinking, because if you see, if you just open in any mobile device, it is shrinking. So now it is breaking actually. You know, it is breaking. Okay, so why it is breaking? So if you see, you are getting, but the width of the device is maybe 414 pixel, and each one is taking 100 pixel of width. But I don't want that. I need I need some proper width for the first item or second item. If the space is not available, it's better to go for a next line. So sometimes it's better to go for a next line, right? For that, see, okay, here one other property is there, flex wrap. Okay, flex wrap. Just give a wrap. So let's see what will happen. What we're doing, flex wrap. So here the interesting thing is you are asking 500 pixel, right? You are asking 500 pixels. Okay, I don't have any problem. I don't have any problem. I'm giving 500 pixels to the first person, 500 pixels to the second person. Here, I'm trying to give a 500 pixel to third person, but here we have only 400 pixels of the space. That's why I'm going to the next line. That is a wrap. Suppose if you don't allow to wrap, then what will happen? It will shrink it. Okay, it will reduce the width. So right now it is 500 pixel, right? So if you don't say, if you comment it, then what will happen? You are not allowing the browser to take the next line. So that's why what it will do, okay, if we don't have a 500 pixel availability, it doesn't bother about your width. It will equally distribute the available width to all the items. Okay, so suppose whenever you are designing something, yes, I want things to come into the next line. I don't have any problem. So now if you see, now if you see the magic, even actually it should come in the next line because we need to specify. mm, we should take the because it's allowing to shrink. So if we restrict to shrink, it will come into the next line. Okay, I will tell you that one. So if you see, okay, flex wrap, we have commented, right? I'm surprising that how it is happening without a string nature. So if you see, even if you open in a mobile device and the small device, it is coming. So this is the responsiveness, right? Observe, if you open in a big device, automatically it is coming like that. Even if you want to make it much more beautiful, make it 400 pixel on the large screens. Okay, okay, still not. Mm, 300 is good. 300 or okay, otherwise don't give a width. Let's see what will happen if you don't give a width. Maybe it will shrink. Oh, it's okay. If you don't give a width, it will take the just text width and the padding and margin. So that we should give a width, or you can give a a flex grow as one. Okay, so right now we can deal with the um, this pixels only, don't worry. So we are giving a 350 pixels, so that okay, still sorry, 330. I hope you are understanding. Okay, so this is almost good. So if you open the same design in mobile view, it doesn't break. Okay, even okay, what will happen? Um, so if you see, it will draw this one. After that, suppose if mobile device is up to this or up to this, the first item will occupy the first row and it will move the second flex item to the second row, third to the third row, fourth to the fourth row. Then if you use this technique, you will get the responsive design, because whatever you design, okay, it doesn't break on any small device. So whatever you take, suppose if it is an iPad mini, so if you see, if iPad mini, we can display two items because it has some more width than the mobile device. That's why it is displaying two items in the first row and two items in the second row. So if you go to the very small device, so we can't display two items in the same row. That's why automatically you are not doing anything, you are not saying anything, so automatically it will come to the next line. This is the most important thing. This is called responsive design. Of course, there are lots of techniques are there. This is the fundamental thing we can achieve with the Flexbox, and the property is flex wrap. Suppose if you don't allow this to wrap, that means if you're not allowing to go to the occupy to the next line, it doesn't implement that. So what it will do, it will try to display the things in the same row and it will string the data. Okay, right now, okay, 1 2 3 4, the small text is there, but suppose if you add a big text, suppose I'm just adding like this, and if you give a some font size, then it will be not good. So let's see how it will handle. So if you see, this is breaking, right? Observe carefully, this is breaking. Okay, it is able to display the first item, second item, third item properly. The fourth item already, the width is already crossed, so that it is just overlap or it's just crossing the borders. So other than that, if you allow that to wrap, okay, if you don't have a space on the same row, in the same row, happily it will go to the next line. Got it? I hope this is the best example to understand what is wrap, and with the help of this we are able to achieve the responsive design. Okay, let's take a confirmation. Team, understood, or do you have any questions on this? Okay, you can ask now itself if you have any questions, especially what we have discussed today. Got it? Or any questions? Everyone, Naveen, Harshita, Hari, Hira, Rajendra, Lakshmi, Abhiram, understood?
No question, sir.
Okay, fine. So, very good. Understood. Fantastic. So now this is the easiest thing. So the responsive design is not any programming language or something. It's just a technique, okay? Because maybe 10 years back, 15 years back, we don't have these many different devices. So right now, our responsibility is if you design something, it should fit properly in all the devices in the world. Okay, that is the biggest challenge for the developers. Okay, right now, if you got a job as a front-end developer, you should take care of coding. At the same time, you should take care of the designing also. So we should be expert in all the areas. Okay, fine. So we understand flex wrap. We understand flex direction row or column based on that. Of course, if it is by default it is row, you don't need to mention that one. Okay, and width 330 pixel. So there are few more interesting things are there. So if you see, if you don't want to give a width to 330 pixels, okay, I'm not giving any width. I'm not giving any width. So then how it will work? So if you don't give any width, if you don't give any width, so it will take the width based on your content, text width, and the padding and margin. So this is very important. Box model is very important. So even though if you don't give any width, it will take the width of the text plus padding 10 pixel here, 10 pixel here. That means total width plus 20 and margin again 10 pixel. So it will consider that one. So but instead of wasting this space, what we can do, we can give to the children. Okay, I'm just giving for each and every children that flex grow, flex grow. So if you have a space right side, please distribute equally to all the children. Okay, equally to all the children, then they will be happy. So equally to all children. At the same time, you can cross check if you open in the mobile. Okay, so one two three, it is occupied, fourth one coming in the next row, and mini, or if you go with the iPhone SE. So here you didn't mention any specific width. That's why it is taking the freedom that in the first row it is just arranging as many as items. It is not working properly. Then it is going to the next line, and the next line we have only one item. That's why it is completely occupying the row. So if you, whenever you are doing practice, you will understand more about these things. Please do practice and play with it. Okay, don't blindly practice what I'm saying. So don't apply same styles what I'm applying. So try something different and you will understand more. Okay, this is okay. So far, mostly we focused on styles what we can apply on a parent like a container. Okay, so far we added only one style related to the flex box, that is flex grow. Okay, remaining things are this like normal thing like box model styles. So we have a flex grow one. So suppose if you feel that I want to give I want to give, so already we understand yesterday, if you want to give a more width to a specific one, so what we need to do, so just go to that item and apply some style. Okay, flex grow and give a 2. That means it will give a double priority, that double space than others. So if you see, it will get the more space on that. Okay, so far we understand flex grow. Flex grow means, okay, if you have an extra space, we are allowing to grow. But another thing is there, opposite one, that is shrink. This is also very, very important property. So if you see, if I don't give a flex grow, if I don't give a flex grow for each and every one, so of course we have given flex grow for the third item. That's why it is taking the whole width of that. Now we should understand what is flex, like a shrink property. Okay, so if you see, this is so naturally we have this, and if you apply flex grow as one, it is utilizing the extra space. Okay, it is utilizing the extra space. But shrink means it is quietly opposite. Okay, what I will show you what is shrink. Okay, shrinking. What is shrinking means? It's just reducing. Okay, it is try to adjust. So if you see now, I'm just reducing the width of the screen. That means, so if you see naturally, so far okay, and then it will started shrinking. Oh, I think my screen is shaking. Oh, okay. I'll make it. Okay, it's just shrinking. I don't know what happened to my machine. So it's, so if you see whenever you're reducing at the time like this, okay, naturally suppose right now it is 400 pixel. Okay, just imagine this is the 400 pixel. Whenever you try to reduce the width of the screen, automatically if the space of the width of the device will automatically decrease, right? At the time it will try to reduce the width, so it will try to adjust. Let's see, I will try one more time. So, oh my god. So if you see, it is because previously we have more padding. So now if you see, if you are expanding it, okay, 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 baby. Sorry, I'm not sure how you are able to see my screen, but it is breaking. Okay, fine. I don't touch that now. Okay, that's the nature is shrink. So here we can specify how much you can shrink, how much you can shrink. So flex grow is one. Okay, flex shrink. Okay, so flex shrink, like suppose like 200 pixel. Suppose if you give a 200 pixel, that means it will shrink up to 200 pixel. After that, no, it doesn't shrink. Okay, so right now my screen is not working properly, so I'm not going to test that one. So that is, you can try uh, W3 schools, actually W3 schools tutorials and CSS. Okay, here we got the Flexbox one, right? Flexbox. So here you have lots of things. Okay, why it is like that? Anything related to, okay, fine, at least we can try. So if you see, the flex grow is there, flex shrink is there, flex basis. Okay, flex basis means what is the minimum width for your device. So instead of giving width for the children, always go with a flex basis. That means it is the bare minimum width. So if you see, set the initial length of the flex box. So suppose a flex item. So if you mention like flex basis 200 pixel, means whenever it is loading at the time, it will try to give a 200 pixel to that. So flex grow one means it will give a equal width for everyone. But if you give a flex basis to specific one, okay, even though it is, if it is not available, it will try to give a 200 pixel to you. So that you can test here. So if you see, we it has given flex basis 200 pixel. If we give a 300 pixel, naturally it will occupy 300 pixel. So if you don't give this one, naturally it will give a equal space to all the persons. This is one more important thing. So instead of giving initial like width 500 pixel or 300 pixels, so if you feel that you need, suppose in a Amazon, um, okay, Amazon one, so for this one, so search bar, we need to provide some initial width on, right? So we can go with that. So this is another one. 1 minute. There is one more important thing is there, the flex property. So this is a shorthand syntax. So instead of doing flex grow, flex shrink, and flex basis in a three separate styles, you can mention in a single row. So if you just flex, the first item is flex grow, second one is a flex shrink, and third one is a flex basis. Okay, just try it out. It's a shorthand syntax, nothing more than that. Okay, now one more important thing we need to discuss. Okay, it's too ugly like this. But sorry who are watching the live, sorry, because if I restart the mission, it will take another 5 minutes. So instead of that, just try to adjust for today. So now, okay, how many items are there in our Flexbox? Hey team, like, are you able to see, or it's too difficult, my screen? Are you able to understand, or can I restart the
Yes,
machine?
sir.
Is it okay, right? For next 10 minutes. Okay. So here we are going to discuss one more important thing. So right now we have four items. Okay. And I'm moving to I'm just taking the small items. Suppose I have four items, but so if you give a flex grow, naturally it will occupy the whole space. But if I don't give a flex grow, what will happen? It will occupy how much width. It's based on text width and padding and margin, right? So if you see, okay, I have four boxes. Suppose in some situations, this is the requirement. I'm not giving any width. But here, if you see, I want to, whatever the items we have in the main container, I want to make, I want to display in the center. Okay, I want to display these things in the center. So if you see, there is a beautiful property that is called justify content. Okay, justify content, give us center. This is the most important thing. Even interviews also, this is the very important question, that what is the difference between the justify content and align items. Okay, we are going to learn align items in the next few minutes. So if you give a justify content center means it will display in the center. So even if you give a, suppose you're giving only 100 pixels to each and every the box. Suppose I'm giving the width as 100 pixel or 200 pixel. So it will arrange them in the center properly. So even if you just minimize or something, it will design according to the mm, width of the screen. Suppose, okay, justify content center. No, I'm not interested to center. I want to put in the last. I think flex end. Okay, if you just give a flex end, okay, it will go to the right side. It will display the right side. And if you give a flex start, okay, and start end is also there, just try what is the difference between the flex start and start. This is start, center, and the flex right. Okay, so if anyone is trying to talk, tell me, otherwise please go on mute. Okay, thank you. This is one interesting and it's very very important. Of course, box model, flex box, another one is a grid. These three are very very important thing. And after that we are going to learn media queries to design, like we can control the design on any devices. If you are good in these four things, then you're absolutely ready to do some projects. Okay, of course, as I said, CS is ocean, lots of things need to learn, but these are the bare minimum fundamentals we need to understand. So this is a justify content flex start here. Okay, anyway, I'm just putting mm, to a center. Okay, center. So it is, oh my god. So if I change, if I touch the browser, it is breaking. Okay, this is fine. Now another interesting thing is, so what I'm doing for the parent container, I'm giving more height. Okay, I'm just giving height as 500 pixel. Okay, 500 pixel. Okay, the 500 pixel is there, and okay, automatically it is just stretching in vertical also. Okay, for that, to restrict that, we can give a height also for each and every box. Height also 100 pixel. Okay, I don't want more than 100 pixel height. Okay, then what will happen? So if you see, the height is 100 pixel. Okay, even you can adjust these things to apply some other styles. So here, this is the box. This is a big box. Okay, so in some situations I have designed like this. Okay, if you do justify content left, what will happen? These four boxes will move to the left, and justify content flex end, it will move to the right side. But I want to display these four items in the middle vertically. Okay, if you want to change the position horizontally, you can go with the justify content. But suppose you have more space vertically and you want to move from top to middle and middle to the bottom or something. So at the time, okay, align items. Okay, so align items, if we give a center, so if you see, they will display in a center position. This is the most important thing, because whenever you're designing a login screen or sign up pages, okay, normally we will have only a few text box and one button, right? And we need to display the content exactly in the middle of the screen, even if you open a small device or a big device or something. So in those situations, these things are very, very important. So the two techniques, one is, if you want to deal horizontally, go with the justify content. Whenever you're dealing with vertically, you can go with the align item. So if you see align item center, it is exactly displaying in the center. And if you go with align items, okay, end, okay, flex end, then what will happen? It will display at the bottom. It will display at the bottom. Awesome. So in the same way, definitely you should have a flex start. So you can go here. So it's go here. So if you see any login screen, suppose Amazon is there. Okay, if you just go to, where is that login screen? Suppose switch account or something. So if you see, this is exactly, of course, he's just designing from the top to bottom. But if you want to make it exactly in the center position, whether it is a horizontally or vertically, okay, with the help of justify content and align items, you can do this. Okay, these are the simple things, like and few more things are there, but you can try. You can try those things. So just go tutorials, and as I said, learn CSS. Go to the Flexbox section, and there are few more. Of course, if you just read out this documentation, you will understand those things. Like a flex container, flex items. Okay, there are, okay, order. Okay, because if you can mention the order of that item. So if you see like this, if you just mention order 3, order 2, order 4, order 1, that means it will arrange. So the items is 1 2 3 4, but order is 3 2 4 1. You can shuffle this order with the help of this simple CSS property. Okay, we understand flex grow, and even, okay, string property. This is very important. Try here itself. Flex basis means the minimum width. This is already we have covered. And the flex property, that means the shorthand syntax for all those three properties. And align self center, that means it will align center related to other items. Okay, just go through. I think I'll leave one or two styles for assignment. So this is the most important topic. So if you want to become a web developer, if you want to become a front-end developer, if you want to become a full stack developer, okay, if you want to work on any websites, these are the most important topics. Okay, and tomorrow we are going to focus on responsive design. Of course, Raghu, you said already, if you use the flex wrap already, it's responsive. Okay, fine. That is the um like what I say, basic thing. But we need to learn lots of techniques how to deal with all the devices. So once you learn, if you want to do that, we need to learn a media queries. So we can write our own CSS based on the device. So if the device is 500 pixel, we can apply some different styles. If the device width is more than 500 pixels, we can apply some different set of styles. So for that, we need to learn media queries. Once you learn media queries, then you can start designing any kind of responsive designs. Okay, later We should enter into the HTML5. Once we learn HTML5 techniques, then we are going to learn CSS framework called Bootstrap, and I will show you things in coming sessions. Okay, that's all for today, and see you tomorrow who are attending the live. Bye bye.